year is it? Where are we?
We get to see more COD?
Oh, yeah. And we thought the last series was a nail biter between it and Rocker. This one could be a wild one. Of course, Falcons coming to play, nothing to lose, everything to gain. Let's see how this one goes. For Minnesota, the dream continues. Their road to champs is not quite over yet, but a serious bump in that road. In form of that green team right there. Here we go, folks, into Rewind. Map number 1. Loser goes home. Winner, the dream of champs for Rocker. For Falcons, just happy to be here.
And happy to get some wins, steal some hearts, and ruin some people's days. And of course, on a map like this, we saw Rocker play earlier. They were out-rotated like crazy. Pred and Extend. You can play Ratty, you can try to run it down. You can maybe run into Nero. Last man standing is going to be Kenny. He gets dropped, and you have Falcons winning the opening break.
Yeah, Falcons will be the white arrows on the minimap. Minnesota Rocker, that lovely purple. On board with Priester, who honestly has had a fantastic day. A couple of moments either way, but he keeps himself rolling and alive in that play for as long as possible. Minnesota get back in time here with 25 to go on the clock, and at this moment, you're happy to find those kills, you're happy to think about P2.
And speaking of Ratty, yeah, an SMG player, L triggered on a heady inside a burger is unexpected, and he's gonna slow you down just enough that Pred able to make it to the back line. They are playing depths, and I mean, that's Falcons. They had 3 players eyeing up that rotation, and they cut him down, and we watched Rocker play this map earlier. They did not win a single rotation. It felt like the entire map, and they're not winning this one. Falcons on the new time.
On board with Extend. He and Pred now finding kills. As Pred tags the life out of that player, but just a little too turned. Can't get the second piece there of that puzzle.
No,
Falcons. Okay. I was about to say, the hold is going good, but now a single man in the back line. Arcity's hiding amongst the trash. Springs to life, 3 dead immediately.
And all a teammate is to Nero is someone to collect his time. He just got a quad feed and they get bullied out immediately. Someone help this man.
Geo can start with the kill. Uh-oh. Falcons fly. Finished him off. Yeah, next hill will go to that in 15.
That is dude, Nero legit might have 5 of the top 5 plays of the weekend. He's done it in 2 series, and they didn't even get the time.
Or we could do a Nero top 5 alongside the tournament top 5 just to squeeze them all in.
Holy
Content
smokes.
team, are you hearing me? It's just gas, we're cooking with it. On board with Estriel now, trying to find his way to the top side of the map to join Nero, who does have time. 3 dead, all down to Exit for now.
Yeah, and Nero also flexing, pulling out the AR when he needs to, and they don't even block the back spawns. You don't have a kill, block the back spawns.
On board with Geo now, his kills. Oh, there we go!
There we go, baby.
They line up for Geo. He finds 3. On a 4 spree now as well, so looking to get himself towards the Hellstorm and keep that hardpoint time ticking right now for Rocker.
I mean, can we just talk about the insanity real quick? Nero's picking up quad feeds. Geo just got a triple, basically a quad feed, and they're losing. And number 5's in the back. Kenny, dude, like the conversations that have to be taking place in the background, he's gonna, I don't want to say it. It's not going to be good. Minnesota Rocker, though, they're taking the lead.
6 spree for Nero.
Oh, my God.
He's got himself that Hellstorm over to Beepers. That's where the Vegas Falcons are, and you're going to get the guys out the back line at the very least, so hopefully able to cause some damage, but you're going to see number 8 as well, but RC's going to get these kills. That's 3 dead again. You get 1 out of that Hellstorm from Nero. A chaotic moment, but nothing as chaotic as the KDs of Minnesota Rocker.
Yeah, if you love fundamental Call of Duty, you're gonna hate watch the entire series, it feels like. Nero dropped 50 in a map earlier, in case you missed it, and they won by a single second. He's got 17 and 6 in there losing. He might have to drop like 72 kills at this point.
It's provocative, and it gets the people going. Hey, I cannot lie though. I cannot take my eyes off this match, Chance. Big change on his way here for Rocker. They've got themselves beepers. They're in control. Exton's taking a bit of a route. He might be able to find a kill or 2 here. Whoa! Catches a good one there. Missionary Impossible, though, is complete. The final reckoning over there. As Arcees from Top Truck gets another sweet kill. And again, it's Rocker in control, John. 100 points now crossed. They're looking good going over to Gens.
I mean, I'll think, considering they lost the spawns for P4 twice in a span of 30 seconds and they have the lead, maybe they're going to be happy for it. You just need to stabilize a little bit, and they're getting rid of the trophies, so I imagine might be able to overwhelm with some nades on the entrance to this time. Well, not the best start. 2 ARs, at least in the feed, able to win some gunfights, and, well, the revenge of the trophies, the only thing helping Minnesota.
Woo, they strike back. Ezreal with smooth moves. Again, one of the cleanest POVs we have in the 1v1 fight. I'm going to ride this one until it goes out. Good shots in from Priest and Exnid. That's going to be the hard point in the hands of the Falcons. 30 seconds to go on Jets.
Yeah, Nero going to be taking a long route. Minnesota accepting their fate. They got bullied out on the first couple pushes. Now you're trying to do something as a team. Well, Nero's able to pierce through Zig. He's going to find his way towards the time. Great damage, and the teamwork is there. Took a long time to orchestrate it. Minnesota do have the break.
A little bit of pinstripe feed there back and forth. You're going to get it for the next 10. Going to keep this hard point very spicy indeed, and by that I mean the entire map. Priest's final two there going to clean up. P1 will be next. First set, absolute furious back and forth between these two teams, but the Falcons still, despite Nero's efforts at 22 and 11, still a close game.
That's right, he can't afford to slow down. He really can't. He's going to have to be lights out the entire time, and frankly, he's built for it. He's going to be able to do it.
Well, the Emperor still fighting those kills. Liche now, Rocker, they've got control. Ezreal, pistol in hand, and this is a shoot next level. Another 3-day.
Yeah, SMG players in this one are
3-day.
Yeah, SMG players in this one are just going to be out of control. I mean, and maybe rotations don't matter. We're going to find out. Everybody spawning on the right side. Gio at least going to be able to calm that to his teammates. And, well, Nero looking the wrong way. Doesn't quite hit this snap. And in spite of all the information he received, nearly everyone dies. Kenny, last man standing, he falls as well.
And what a moment that could have been. B2 up, and we have got Rocker in position, but there's going to be a contest here. Hexted working his way down street, cut down, no cover, no concealment, no nothing. And on board with Gio still looking for these players. The middle of the map is absolutely populated, and in all this madness, we're going to take a break and go for a Vegas Falcons listing.
Actually, I'm near the back up.
I'm hitting top. Nothing top card, nothing top card, nothing top card.
Zero time, guys. In yellow, one shot as well. In yellow, one shot. In the corner, all around time. Just say that. Nice, Alec.
Kenny's cop. Kenny's cop.
Yeah, hit time. Wait, he's watched out.
Kenny's cop on it.
Nice.
Kenny, watch out cop. I got Kenny.
He's back. Push it.
Deep press.
Take it down. I'm laying down yellow. Everyone need time. I'm time zero, one shot. We get time. Nate time, guys. I don't see him back left.
There's a guy blue.
I don't see him. I got stuff front. They might push me. Yeah, one could be out front somewhere. Yeah, he's front. He's right. He's out of RV in time. Kenny was front.
I go left. You go left?
Yeah, Kenny was left.
Yeah, near
Nice. Okay, I'm
left. I have
the right cross.
One more guys.
Let's start this one. They can go through. I heard you. Just hold it right. They're playing through all guys. I don't see anything, guys. I'm on shot. Yeah, take your time. I can see him. Yeah, I just died. He's
Heat check, passion check, comms check from one side of the stage, now to the other. It's a Minnesota Rocker.
Exit, I'll be mid rest.
Maybe.
Middle. Ivy goes in. Nice job, rest. I'm mid. He's there. I got it. I'm laying out close to you. I have the child. They're both weak. Go. Dead. Nice. Anytime. There's two times. You need help right back left. Alec deep right at 2 times. Alex front offense at 2 times, bro. Take your time. I'm on to play burger. I'm pitching forward. I'm on the pitch. Left side glass. Nice, take your time. Hit it. They don't know. I'm down. Take your time. I'm down. AG did. Exit right. Deep right out the play. I'll see Priest, bro. He's on you. Alex front break. Exit deep right. Court wall, bro. Alright, court wall exit. Take our time. I'll look up ED bluff, G. I'll help. Pick it up. One shot, pick it up. Pick it up. Pick a shot, one shot. Priest, Alison lay behind it. On the pick a shot, one shot, bro. Nice, D bluff. I need him. I him nade. D. He's one. Oh, he's hanging there, bro. Just trying to stabilize the car, bro. 2 hand right. They might push out 18. I'm right. I hate it, bro. I'm playing there. You're gonna go for it. I'll get. I'm deep right 18, bro. I'll take deep right. I got Priest that weak as fuck back left. I'll take court. Exit it. I'm in right. Take it out. Let's get time. We got time to do it.
He's one shot front.
Alright. I'm deep right. I'm just holding. I'm playing first game right, bro. I'm rapping new. You rap me Priest. Exit it. Close door. You're by yourself. Right door. I'm one shot, Bunny Hill. They still spawning. I'm down.
Priest, one shot.
He wall bait me. Oh, you got me.
Nero, I mean, the best thing that you can do is get out of his way. He's killing everything. Another 4 spree, 36 kills now, and over 200 points.
Yeah, cool moment as well. You heard Kenny say, I'm playing for the scam, and well, the scam came immediately, and you break into the P4. So ultimately a great hill for the Falcons, but Minnesota happy. They maintain the lead in Nero. This is prime position for Slang. He sees things differently than we do, and he gets the kills.
He is in the zone tonight, folks. Geo, yeah, this is the ideal engagement range for you, but whoa, Exnid for 2. Estriel now fighting forward, a nice nade there. I do believe it might have been the trophy that got the kill there, and back and forth here on Gens. Rocker trying to close it out here. You've got to get the break once again. Arcity stunned up, killed, 3 down.
And it's Gio with the AR able to get it done, and they're leaving him in the time. You could win the game here, Falcons. You got to apply the pressure.
Oh, more than pressure. Dealing with this monstrosity. 42 and 21. Looking for another break here. Looking for a potential 2-piece. No, Arceus brings the aims to the fight. We will go to another P1, and we will see if Rocker can close it out.
Operation Survival. Well, Rocker get the first 2 kills on the rotation, so they're going to be in a great position to make this happen. Gio, well, wrong gun for the job in this moment. Arceus gets the drop, but Nero by time, undeniable. Traded out. Falcons have life.
This is not over yet. Falcons, oh, there's an updraft.
Oh, look at those spawns.
And they are starting to get things going. A gentle climb right now for Vegas. Shots from Exnid on towards time. Nero tagged up, but will it matter? Suppression there keeps Exnid out of the play. Waiting for the reinforcements, waiting for a clean break. There's a contest.
He's going to contest, let his teammates get to work. It's a double pinch rolling through, and you can't chow him, and Pred nades his teammate. Should be enough for Rocker to break him.
Last man down. Minnesota Rocker now. It's a slight victory lap. You got to keep the last hit from the Vegas Falcons. There's the contest. Gio cleans them up, and that is it. Map number 1. A sigh of relief from Kenny Williams as they watch that 250 come across the screen.
I do not think there is a player alive right now that can beat Nero in a 1v1 gunfight. Dude, he is perma-turn. He's already dropped a 50 bomb today. He just went 47 and 23. Just get in there, and he had the most hill time. For the love of God, boys, block a spawn.
He's got 21 objective kills. He had 37 non-traded. Nero.
59 EKIA.
Nero might have his own index by the end of the day. Statistical anomaly. A phenomenal individual performance, but an indicator that there is something somewhat amiss.
I mean, bro, 21 objective kills. Estriel had 21 total. Like, this isn't shade on Estriel. This has been the Nero show today.
I'm crying. I can't lie. There's a tear. There's an actual tear in my eye. Brilliant. Well, what a performance, man. Falcons, close no cigar. Let's watch the Nero montage.
His top 5 plays coming through. They're not shooting back.
I'm not even kidding. I really do think we should just do a Nero top 5 on this Freaky Friday, because he's got like 8 of them.
It blows my mind. I remember checking it coming in. He actually does not have the most 40 bombs this year, but like in
As
this
of
tournament
today?
alone, nah, he might have already caught up. Like, it's just been ridiculous stuff through and through. And you know, check what he had for breakfast, the lunch order, like, get it all down. We need the sauce. It has been a ridiculous day for him. But keep in mind, for Nero wins, it's not, well, Nero.
Come on.
You love when it falls in your lap like that. Either way, they're not dominant. Like, he's giving this level of production, and they're winning like 30-point games or 1-point games.
Yeah, it's something. Well, this was a major turning point. This was the Vegas Falcons on the big comeback. They were definitely stunned here. The P1 was a good opportunity for them to get back in, but ultimately Nero said no, and it may have been a narrow margin.
I need Nero versus Hook on the main stage right now. Just let him 1v1. Just tell him for funsies. Nah, not even for champs. Don't put any money on the line. 0 stakes. Just let him go.
No, Minnesota Rocker take map number 1. And again, there is a tremendous, again, the sigh of relief across Kenny's face. What has been one of the biggest issues for this Minnesota Rocker lineup has been winning a game, getting to the very end, and then falling over at the finish line and collapsing. They did not do that here, and that was that sigh of relief. The deal that we've made it, we actually crossed the finish line, and we go in a search and destroy upper map.
Yeah, and Nero's going to break the kill record in the search and destroy, and it's going to be around 11 that honestly the Falcons might win. But no, red card, I'll rein it back in for a second. Very good map. Minnesota Rocker love to play it, and Vegas Falcons have had a decent amount of maps on it throughout stage 4 as well. So both teams very well oriented, and it's just about containing this man. He can do anything.
beast.
God.
Monster.
Wolverine.
Demon.
Maybe, dude, it's a Wolverine. It's the factor. It's like the worse their odds are to actually make champs, the better he is going to get.
Made of adamantium, or at least his will is right now. He and Rocker do a great job of cutting the Falcons up into pieces. Coach Clayster out there, one of the true living legends of the Call of Duty world, giving his voice and wisdom. A lot of rings on that stage. But that jewelry will not help you get a win here. It's going to take a little bit more than that. Young Exnid. A major day for him. Victory on LAN in a series. What a series it was against Surge. But for this side of the stage, it truly is all about one series at a time. 10 CDL points that they sorely wanted in the online qualifiers. Now placement is all that matters for Rock.
And then in the meantime on Bravo, from what I understand, Carolina's up 2-1 over Toronto. So maybe the battle of the North, the teams up top, both Vancouver and Toronto, might end up faltering in the Texas heat. So it has been an absurd tournament. Falcons already have delivered a dagger. They can end the champs run here for Minnesota Rocker. Obviously for Rocker, they got 3-4 more series to go. But this, in my mind, honestly, like the old school Call of Duty vibes, 3 series in a day. It's a rare thing for that to happen in the CDL era. And by the looks of it, we've been missing out on some Nero master classes. We've let this man get warm.
I mean, what's the story? After 3 p.m., whatever time zone he's in, he starts to get going. And right now, later into the night here in Dallas, he's something. Search and Destroy, though, a very different beast. To see if young Exnid.
Nero's behind him. Yeah, I mean, why are we not watching Nero? You know, like, obviously he's going to get the first blood.
Obviously, Geo picks up 2.
And this is a round 1 defense where they just ran it straight up the gut, the middle of the map. And now Priest is near the bomb, sight without the bomb in a 1v4 and gunned down. Exactly how you expect that round to go. Nero just flying. And Gio for the backup. He's the one that actually got the 2 kills.
Yeah, the 2 kills were big.
Yeah,
that was
good job, Gio.
A really, really big deal. Chances riding high for that performance. Round 2 on its way. And Minnesota Rocker certainly riding the momentum from that first win. The red card S&Ds have been, I wouldn't say hit and miss. The rewinds have been the ones that have been heartbreakers for Rocker so far. But so far, this is all good. Attacking round now, Falcons. See what they've got on defense.
Yeah, now I've praised him too much. You're going to watch him and just get first blooded. Probably just get zapped across the map. So hopefully not jinx him in this moment. But a B hit's going to be the call. Exnid, the first man on defense. And the nades on point already back down. But Kenny and Estriel still deliver the first blood.
Look at this. Estriel, I think you might have seen that player's name tag. So close. Priester. What a moment. Well, the bomb gets dropped on the inside of the site. And a 3v3 now develops as Minnesota Rocker. Well, you've reinforced the side, boys. You got numbers. Here we go.
And Falcons, they are all here on defense, and this is a lot of corners you have to check in. Fred, yeah, in the meantime, you give the man a moment, and he'll make a montage. There for the final kill, and there for the final 3. Good stack, honestly, on the defensive end there for Falcons. The patience pays off.
See that? Yeah, big replay here. Pred. Oh, look at this, lying in wait. Perfect timing. Bit of bad luck there from Gio, but the snap onto Kenny was immaculate. Nero, easy pickings. The drama-filled year for Pred, a world champion. The roster falling apart, finding himself here on the Falcons. What a story it's been. And his performance has returned, though. He's had some stellar series under the Vegas Falcons banner. Will this be another?
Well, Falcons right back through the middle of the map, in through Ticket, a quick route to get over to B site. Estriel lying in wait. He's got Kenny for support, but the other 2 teammates not in the mix, and Falcons running it down.
Oh, running down indeed. 2 clean kills. Tiny bit of damage, not enough to deter this play from going down. That's going to be another bomb plant. That's going to be an RCXD guarantee. And just over halfway to the Hellstorm.
1v4 in an ace. Are you a believer? Nah, it's impossible.
I find your lack of faith disturbing. However, yeah, against this team, good work. Falcons take the lead.
Yeah, and again, a team with absolutely nothing to lose. Johnny on the spot with the call. Their first round also sent 2 players in through Ticket. Well, the Minnesota hit through the middle of the map, sort of there to pierce the setup, cut him down. They go back to Old Faithful, maybe throw a couple different stuns to read that pressure, and well, it is non-existent. And again, speed is the name of the game. You're never going to see a quad stack on the B site on defense. The reinforcements are always split. If you're able to overwhelm the site, you must do so quickly. And Falcons do not waste any time.
Kenny's going to take the elevator to the top floor. He'll be a little slow to this fight, but he will get a power position to deal with at the end of it. Slow attack now towards B. Nero the bomb carrier. See if the first buzzer on the menu again. We're more towards the A side of the map right now for Rocker.
God timing at its finest. And funnily enough, Exnid only sees one guy, but number 5 right backs pretty quickly, but it looks like that's only for a moment just in case. And yeah, a little bounce back there from Priesta, catches him for the first blood. RC car out of the picture, but either way, Falcons staying on top.
The RC car was enough to move Nero though, he panicked. Exnid, you are close to this one. Kestrel making his way closer to that bomb site, but he's not going to find it, and Exnid's given it up at the wrong time. The bomb is once again moving now over towards A. A single kill. Oh, wow! Geo finds 2. Something from nothing. That's going to be the trade. But what damage dealt by the one man.
Well, yeah, trapped in and still gunned down. This is going to be Exnid for a 1v2. We have seen Exnid clutch in moments like this before.
Oh, slowly, but surely. Beautiful shots from both sides. Rocker equalized.
Yeah, elite shots there to gun him down. Exnid had the perfect read, perfect play, just the wrong gun for the job. Minnesota Rocker restabilized, and again, another aggressive play call on the attacking end. You'd love to see the aggression being sort of utilized, and, you know, unfortunate for Exnid over towards B. Call of Duty timing does not pay off.
4 and 3 from Geo overall. That 2-piece in that round was unbelievable.
Close range against him.
Yeah, exactly. But how he managed to pull out the second kill. There were 3 members around him. They swarmed instantly. He still managed to make it work. Geo, a wizard in those close range engagements. Makes CQC look like his ABCs.
Middle of the map again.
Hi everyone, my name is Pred and I'm in Ticket. What are you going to do about it?
I mean, he's already in bid. You got to make moves. Yeah, wants to chow, but he just got triple trowed by the looks of the minimap. So once again, the B site, they're just running it over. This is not mixing up the strats. They have their game plan. They're sticking to it.
And that's the speed you're talking about. Sleight of hand there from Pred to show them one thing and absolutely hit him with the other. Rocker are moving in a position here, but much slower. And all that speed we talked about has evaporated. Rocker are not taking the bait at all.
Yeah, well, you have Vegas Falcons just sort of calculating the numbers, making sure you spot out all the players and figure out how you want to play it. Nero, in the meantime, made it into Mail. Arcides is there to back him down. We're jumping all over the place, and all of a sudden, Kenny in a 1v4.
Gonna get the kill at the very least, but here comes Pred, hyper aggressive. Listening out for any cues. The bomb plant now. Exnid runs into it. And Kenny, surely there's no way. The Falcons maneuvering forward, their damage dealt. There's no hope for him there. They take the lead. In a very interesting round, quite slow.
Well, Rocker, you know, second half, right?
Yeah.
The first half is the exact same strat that Rocker have not made the adjustment for. It is, we are banging out through Ticket, jumping through the glass, steamrolling this B site. I mean, unequivocally running it down, and Rocker yet to appropriately respond. And I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Of course, though, that many times for success, maybe Falcons want to play the mind games, but either way, Rocker just a step behind.
I mean, mind games are one thing, but if you've just got unwavering confidence and belief in your shot, you can just run that play every time. I'm not going to lose my gunfights because I am he. I am him. I'm he. Late in the night. RC, usual spot though. Nero's got the nades for this one. It's an unfortunate waste actually. Don't really burning through those lethals. They are incredibly useful against attacking these sites.
Yeah, Priest has got the RC car tech, making the noise and baiting out the nades, but keeping it alive. It has just kept Rocker a little bit slower. So much so that on the defensive end, Falcons originally triple challenged B just to clear it out, and now they're here for the pressure.
But that kind of moment, Ian, where the enemy's utility down, then they're not going to have anything to get in towards that B side with. So much harder. Now you got to dive out into the open. No stun checks, no nothing, and Pred picks up a freebie.
Yeah, you have Falcons actually playing extremely intelligent S&D. Kenny, though, finds a pick to even the odds.
Happy for that. Geo, again, he's well within the range he wants.
Oh, there's going to be a B call too. That's actually crazy time because Exnid is in fact on the pinch. You're going to have Geo being sort of the floater in this moment, looking for the cuts, but the play call on point. Falcons are reading it, but a little bit too slowly.
Any kills Geo gets are huge. are huge, but you have to kill them, Gio. Priester picked up. Trust his teammates for the trade, they get it. 2v2.
Yeah, you'll take it. Shout out to Kenny for at least making that aggressive play. Could have been spicy, and indeed, it still might be.
This is still a day one spot for Estro. They know that it's going down. But Exton and Pred, I don't think they've got anything to throw in here, so you have to take the challenge. And then you've got to get the trades. The clock goes red. Estriel, the snaps are in. 1v1. Exnid. A roar from the green side of the stage as he hunts Kenny down from behind.
Kenny, a two-time world champion, and Exnid sprints directly at him, a 1v2. And again, he has shown his clutch ability. He had to jump on him, and he wasted absolutely no time. A massive round. That could have been Rocker tying things up at 3-3. 4-2 feels so much worse, especially with Falcons in flow state on the attack.
And again, you're just coming close enough. Good decisions, great gunny from Rocker. That rotation to B was an outstanding decision. You got gifted a little bit of time, you made the most of it. You just could not account for Exnid. What a factor he has been for the Falcons. 4-3 overall, but enough to get you to 4-2 in the scoreline.
And look at this, RCDs to the bomb over towards the A site. They might make the same noise in towards Ticket, and either way, more aggression. So Kenny actually does find the first blood, and maybe if it ain't broke, shouldn't have fixed it. And the bomb guy getting caught from that type of range, I mean, that is gonna stop this round in its tracks.
No recovery just yet, but they are in position to do so. But again, Exit not willing to give up this power position. Eyes on Kenny at the very least, keeping him at bay. Priester with a couple of love taps. These are warning shots. Not a whole lot is going to happen here just yet. B-Dog should be able to recover that bomb. Keep this play moving towards B.
Well, B is the adjustment that Nero's already made. He's playing in towards Mail. They keep breaking through the Ticket glass, so he's a little bit more aggressive to catch these players on the cross. He does, though, get traded. Priester unaware. Pred, I mean, he had him in his sights. 3v3.
Bomb dropped again for the second time in this round.
Kenny's finding wicked picks.
With a quick recovery, are we going to go towards A? Again, lots of noise. A Halo gunfire now tells you that these players are all around you, and the clock goes red. We are now in danger zone. And the highway seems to take us directly back over towards B. Estriel in position to hop into the fight. 14 to go. Pick your poison, boys and girls. Last man Pred dealt with. And that was just a scenario where the Vegas Falcons, they had a game plan, they knew what they wanted to do, but as soon as they hit those corners, Rocker everywhere.
In their defense, they might have gotten away with the same strat too many times because Nero did make the adjustment towards Mail. Just unfortunate that Kenny wanted to bounce back around. Lost the 1v1 there to Exnid. Exnid sprints at him. Kenny's like, I'll try to bail us out. Gives you the first blood, finds a second pick, and just for what it's worth, Kenny, 7 kills for the moment, but 5 assists. So he's been incredibly involved so far this game for his team.
Kenny's dropped 1,000 points of damage. Not bad whatsoever. 2 of those first bloods as well. Wow. Ken's having a good map, but it's not enough to get you the lead just yet. You've got to equalize here for Rocker on attack.
And here we go again. Another RC car strat, a single RC car defending the A zone. Falcons triple chow B just to respond to the pressure. And now 2 players, as soon as they clear it out, rat back, and Pred gets to flank immediately.
You're going to be able to get the bomb down. Yeah, you have dodged the carnade. So whether that was a self-inflicted carnade from Rocker to clear that out, you've got a trophy down in position now as well. Perfect setup from Rocker. Post-plant is on.
I mean, Pred is just flying on this flank, and Exnid gives you the first blood. This mini-map looks gorgeous for Vegas Falcons.
Oh, super damage onto Kenny. Can he find this kill? No, he's managed to slip through. Exnid, 2 to his name. Priester picks up the 3rd, and that is an unbelievable retake from the Falcons. Map point.
Yeah, and for Exnid, hard work pays off. The man has come to the States. He has been grinding. He has experience in S&D, but now he has been putting in the overtime work. Always there playing 8s when he can. Catch the stream from time to time. A rookie on the year, and here he is playing with a bunch of world champions, and he's looking good.
Yeah, my Arabic is terrible, but his COD is good. It's a lot of fun watching Priester. Joins him in the kill feed there as Exnid. That first blood, again, a fearless approach. He doesn't care who you are, what you've done. All that matters is the game that you are in right now. 7-4. 2 bomb diffuses already. Attacking round now for the Falcons. 1 more is all they need.
Yeah, Minnesota Rocker also just falling a little bit flat. Not going back to the round 1 strat, and you see on the minimap, Minnesota Rocker double stack the B zone, expecting that degree of pressure. Even Gio sort of checking out the ticket push. You're gonna have Pred, as is tradition, lying in wait over towards P1. He's picked himself a corner, belly down. And Nero is in a precarious situation. He's got a little bit of support from Gio up top, but he is more or less isolated. Ooh. But it doesn't matter with a gunny like that.
Yeah, the Jackal at that range shreds Priesta. Red finds another. Okay, so here we go. You've taken care of one of the major pain points. It's now a 3v3. Now we get going. Are you kidding me? Pred. Can he find his third on the round? 10 and 4. On the prowl now. He's overextended. He's behind the entire lineup here from Rocker.
Yeah, Pred wants his former teammate. He's going to be hunting him down.
Get the body shield. Who knows? If you're going to check the escalators, you can see it through the window, but he's not. Gio's already pushed back. 20 seconds to go. Eyes on. Exton gets the kill. Are you going to send it through the window? Again, it's Kenny. It's Kenny to stay alive. It's Kenny with 10 seconds on the clock.
You got to kill the bomb guy and survive.
Oh, and it's not enough. The Falcons with 3.4 seconds to spare. Put Kenny in the dirt and tie up the series 1-1.
And I tell you, Vegas Falcons are a very fun team to watch them search and destroy. They always have an intelligent game plan. I think Clayster probably very happy to be working with 3 world champions. This is a team that if you give them a game plan, they are extremely capable of sticking to it. And I think their play calls more or less close to perfection. Efficient work there in the S&D. They got theirs back after the map 1 and all tied up on the main stage.
They have silenced the haters for now, but it's going to get a little bit louder when we get into control the next map in this series. And Exton again, oh, what a great bit of work he did there. And Pred finishes on 11 kills, I think, or 12 kills, so Pred doing exactly what he has to do there in Search and Destroy. Takeover moments, a little bit slow, pumps the brakes. The comms must be fantastic as well in Search and Destroy, because the way they retook that bomb site, I think it was round 6 or 7. I'm no German side, I can't do this. But that retake, RC car over by A, whole team goes B, they get the bomb plant down, and it was an immaculate retake. Not a single Falcons member drops.
And they ran that strat twice with the RC car towards A, just like on the attacking rounds, they ran the same stat 3 times, and when you got RC's playing out over towards bus, it's letting guys like Pred get to work and do what he does best, work through the middle of the map, find the credit corners, let the kills quite literally fall in front of you. So things falling into place right now for the Vegas Falcons, and they would certainly enjoy a Game 5 if they could get there. Of course, 2 more respawns coming up between these 2 teams. It's looking like it's going to be a battle.
I would love to see if we could get a very slow zoom on Pred's face right now, like a really slow, very intense zoom on the map.
I think he'll look more evil the closer you get.
Oh, absolutely. A very silent shush. As he absolutely did, close things up there. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's happening, Dreamhack. Oh yeah. Give the people what they want. Can we get a really... adverse with that guy sleep?
Oh, it's on, man.
11-4 there for Pred. Good stuff there. 1,200 damage, and the rest of his boys joining him as well. I mean, Arsteed did a lovely bit of work there. We saw 3 kills out of him, but not a problem whatsoever. 6-3, final score. Rocker, he brought the goods in the first map, smoked in the second.
Yeah, an overgassed Nero for sure. He's been lights out in the respawn. He got the very first blood and then ultimately 3 and 9. So that threat had been quelled.
I was so worried about the Boston series, but it didn't happen. Here it absolutely did. The Falcons, they sucked the wind right out of those sails. They did not let that fire get any bigger. So good stuff on them. Not an easy thing to do when the player has a hot hand like that. Nero, again, unbelievable performances from him. Good stuff either way. Well, that's 1-1 here at the half, folks. We're almost ready to get ourselves into control, but you know the drill. As do we. We're going to dance.
My show. Hey, Joe.
Hey.
How you doing?
Oh, great. How are you?
My Vegas Falcons just took a game 2 after your Minnesota Rocker took a game 1. So I feel like we're even so far. Feeling good on both ends.
You own them?
100%. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm very rich, Joe. And
Yes.
they were like, Pugga, would you like to own the Falcons? I said, yes, I would.
And of course you picked Vegas. I knew you would.
Of course I would. Yeah, it's my city. Let's take a little bit of a look at what has happened in this series, Ali, because if you're a Vegas fan, you are not expecting to win Hardpoint. The first Hardpoint, pretty close. The Search and Destroy, this is where you are expected to win. If you're going to take a series, you got to do it in a 2-3-5.
Yes, you have to do it in a 2-3-5 Nesla fashion for the side of Vegas Falcons, but I didn't hate the hard points. I didn't hate how close it was. Again, this is a roster with some star-studded veterans, some world champions. They could still respawn if they feel like it, but focusing in on this map number 2, I just really enjoyed all the retakes from the side of Vegas Falcons. You can tell a lot of work has been put in, and a lot of S&D prowess is being shown through just like the comms and the way they approach these retakes. I would love to have a listen in to hear how those countdowns are going.
It's turning out that it's not a fluke. Pred with multiple double-digit games.
It just feels like he's finally comfortable in this game, right? It feels like he's putting in that extra work, playing a lot of 8s. It just feels like he has that confidence now. Knows the timings, knows the routes, and yeah, I mean, he's leading the way for them in Search and Destroy.
Yeah, we don't exactly have the longest season. He did take like a really big break and then obviously come back to a team that was struggling, had to find their way, and now Pred looks like he's, you know, prime Pred once again. And I will say, like, the difference in the way they're playing Search and Destroy, playing around him a little bit more. You saw in some of their B pushes, like, Priest just taking space, playing aggressive, and then when somebody goes out to try to kill him, Pred will strike then and then get lost and make plays, right? So the teamwork is definitely there for them in the Search and Destroy right now. And so far, this is a mirror image of their online match at 2-3-5 where they lost that first hard point. Hey, Vegas, they could do it.
This elimination bracket has shown us a number of Game 5s. We are in one right now on Bravo. Let's jump into it over there and see, is Toronto moving forward, or will it be Slashers Carolina Royal Ravens
Game 5
powering in?
That would be unreal.
Yeah, I mean, you win the control. They lost both hard points to Carolina,
Listen,
but they won 2 and 3. So
there was a time Carolina was the best Search and Destroy team.
There was.
TJ Haley was a top 10 player.
He was a top 10 player.
This is like the ultra homeland, though.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Protocol, no fun zone.
It's like the one map they just never get to play that often. I mean, it's really, Search has been Toronto's issue, right? I mean, they lost the dealership in this series 6-3.
Look at Beans,
right here.
though.
Joe was trying to put up double digits, and every S&D that Toronto was spawning into, putting them on his back.
Good call out, Chris, because there's going to be a ton of people saying, like, oh, you messed up by letting Mercules walk. It's been Search. That's been their issue, and Beans has been their best Search player since coming back. So, yeah, for them, they just have to dial in that game mode. And right now, they got Protocol. Carolina decided to challenge him there, and it's working out for Ultra so far.
Slasher leading his squad. He's on a 4
That's
streak
a
right
blood
now,
out of TJ,
Merc.
though.
Are we going to a round 10, Merc?
Sure.
Round 11?
I mean, yeah, why not?
It's getting weird.
It's getting weird.
We're down for it.
I'm down to get weird.
Yo, late night with Joe. Let's go, baby. DreamHack Dallas. If you haven't bought your ticket, that's a good reason to do so right now, as you are currently looking at round number 7. Over on the roster.
That's just a free kill. That's a free 2. That's a free 2 for Gwyneth. I mean, wow. I mean, we called him an onliner for a minute, guys. What's wrong with us?
This is losers round 1.
We're faded.
Losers round 1. The fun is continuing over on Bravo. I'm told, though, we have to revert our attention back to the 2 teams on the main stage who are ready for a Game 3. We have Miles, we have Chance, they have 2 microphones and a whole lot of fun. Are you guys ready?
I am now. Wow. A whole lot of fun, Chance.
A whole lot of fun.
Even on control. Here we go, into map number 3, tied up 1-1 on our series. Honestly, didn't see this coming. I thought it'd be a closeout there from Rocker, but Falcons too strong when it comes to search and destroy. Obviously the pride of the Saudi Arabian region, but now the bleed through from obviously our 3 world champions on that roster in Clay and the coaching department, actually the whole staff. Brilliant look there on that red card. Here we go to Vault, baby. It's gonna be something.
We saw Minnesota play this map earlier. Took a tough loss to Boston. If you lose this one, you're gonna have to dance your way off the stage. Lights getting dim, getting ready to play. And a very active team. You said you were surprised. Nothing will surprise me in this series. I'm prepared for quite literally anything, including war. Nero might drop another 40 bomb again.
We've dimmed the lights. It's mood lighting because we're about to get down with Rocker and the Falcons. Where are we going, boys? We're going to B, looks like. Exton is going to lead the charge with a nade. Again, I love that. The manners to destroy that card before it gets him. I mean, that's just intelligent play all around.
Yeah, unfortunately, no one like properly picked up double doors because Nero just ran straight through and they were sort of half watching it, but they end up getting caught in. At this level, a slight misstep, you get punished. Geo there for 2. The B hit stopped in its tracks. Now we got Kenny again taking long routes. His teammates taking their time, and Nero up close and personal drops Priesta. It's going to make this capture near impossible.
Nero impossible, am I right, Chance? Here he comes into the feed. Yeah, he's still cooking. Estro's going to be there to back him up. 3 dead instant. Rocket now should push the front line forward, and yeah, they're going to try to trap them over here by the building in B.
Geo close range every single time. Welcome to this. Ooh, spawn trade. Yo, Geo, no, you use the AR at close range.
Oh my goodness,
We
Kenny.
talked about this.
Kenny just dealt 450 damage in a single clip. Good for him. 22 and 17. It's beautiful stuff out of Nero. There's another man on catwalk. Nero, go back for the three-piece. We can add it to the highlight reel.
Yeah, there's 15 deaths Vegas have to work with. The question is, how many of those is Nero gonna take?
8-2, round one. Final 30. Watch out for the old friendly fire. Priester only needed one and he gets it done. You managed to go towards B if you're Falcons. RCT's doing what he can to dance. Oh, and it's 3 dead. Nero's still on the move. 5 spree now. Can he catch another player out? Yeah, he's on track to do just that. Into the spawn building you go, Chance. 3 members of Rocket through the front, and it is a battle on time.
Well, Falcon's doing the smart. Yeah, Falcon's doing the smart thing in leaving him. Problem is, you're still gonna have to get past him eventually. Now you got Fred in their spawn, Nero existing in theirs. It is spawn kills central, but for Falcons, it's not the game you want to play when you're down 8 lives.
Yeah, the Falcons can't survive a battle like this. They just do not have the lives. Nero
lost a gunfight. Wow.
Finally loses a gunfight with 4 lives remaining now for the Falcons. The damage has been done. 14 for Rocker. No one should be in a great position to actually make anything happen here. Priester's going to get the contest, but you know exactly where he is, and it's good movement. It's great teamwork. It's Rocker for the first.
Yeah, and I love the idea of leaving Nero and just trying to get past towards the objective, but then Pred is not exactly the most objective minded player. If their spawn kills the gate, he's going to have blood in his sights. And yeah, if you're down that many lives, it is not a game you're ever going to win. Best play for Priesta.
This was the 2-piece out spawn.
This is every kill he got in this round. This is all 3 of them.
That's crazy.
It is 700 damage, though. He does have a handful of assists, so, you know, things not lucky when Nero's prowling in your spawn.
But no, you're right. Those 3 kills were instrumental in helping the boys get out, but you couldn't keep Nero at bay. Respawn and Nero go hand in hand. 12 and 4. Going into round number 2. Vegas Falcons on defense now. Will there be a defensive shootout? As we tend to see here in the COD League. Nero and Ezreal find their opening kills, and that is going to be enough to get the boys onto the zone. And it looks like a 3-man stack for now. So the A zone is in danger of falling.
Yeah, Kenny is in facilitator mode. All of them responding art. Everyone's also gotten through, but a stack on the zone. It's going to go quick. 2 sections already through, and Falcons legitimately not even a thought to contest it. They give it away for free. And Exnid quite literally just ran a marathon around the map, and at least you get the kills.
Nero. Yeah, that would have been something. 26-25 here in the life count. And Minnesota happily marching over towards the B zone. A stalwart defense, though, so far from the Vegas Falcons. RCT's putting that old long barrel to use, fighting those long-range fights. Pred applying pressure now through the left flank. You've got a solid setup right now, and again, good comms out of the Falcons to deal with these attacks.
Oh, Pred trying to get out. He is being hunted, but yeah, just outmoves Ezreal and outthinks him. And Pred getting you some extra work, and yeah, good enough to trade Nero. So Pred with the nice little movement. Now Exnid flying forward, and now Minnesota Rocker. Welcome back to their spawn.
You've got a couple of attempts left here, though, lads. So minute 30 and 20 lives. You can afford a few more of these waves, as long as you get them done quick, and that is not going to help, though. RCT's and Exnid snap the roster in half. Exnid on a spree now, 6 to his name.
It's an intense setup as well for the Vegas Falcons, but a little bit delicate. They're going to be spawning art. Nero's able to make it towards the zone. You got Fred that's behind you. But he gets dealt with, and now it's all guns forward. Geo, he's found his way to front art.
Yeah, well, they fight forward, but Geo takes too much damage. He's not going to be able to do anything here. Yeah, brought down immediately. The single man on the capture. Kenny unable to get onto the zone and help out here. The kills are going to help indeed. Unfortunate team kill with a nade, but that goes boom for now. Can Kenny stay alive? I think he's undetected. Oh, the red dot on the minimap's not going to help, but good job, Kenny. Gets the segment.
He's been here before, good reads, holds the iron as well. Nearly gave it up at the worst time, but still gets it done. They got all the front pressure, and they have, I mean, half the progress on B is already done.
Yeah, Kenny's also going to draw a lot of aggression here, trying to get some of the damage into those players, but no, backs on up, over to Esther in time. Great shots on RC, he's not up for the kill. 2 dead. Kenny back into it, all down for Rocker. 8 lives in a minute.
Yeah, that stun just daggered that push, and all of that forward momentum lost, and RCD's decaps the progress on the B zone. 7 lives remaining. I mean, that's enough for 1 push. And of course, Falcons have all the lives in the world to sort of expend, and just like that, the round should be done.
Yeah, superb 3 dead. I mean, that would have been great from Esriel to get yourselves out of this situation. But here comes Priester down the right flank, down the long street. He should be able to pick up Kenny. Exlid keeping him bay by the pool. So the setup is here. It's not so much a trap as it is containment.
And great shots as well. Yeah, no open avenues of attack. Exnid just had a monstrous round. You had Nero on defense give you 12 in the first one. Well, Exnid attempting to match. He was able to give you 10 in this one. And 10 is how many kills Falcon just went up in that round. Nothing short of dominant.
Fantastic bounce back. 1-1 here in map 3. The chances of us going the distance here, folks, solid. Game 5.
The chances of these guys going for speed, even better. Really, Cake? And Clayster's a coach. The distance.
Round 3.
These players' engines thumping and racing in time.
3 spree out of Exnid from the previous round, carrying into this one. Love to see some streaks there. I mean, we need a decisive moment. We need a couple of 3 downs before we get these captures hitting, and I love this.
It's a B hit. They're just looking to isolate a single player and open up this B zone. Pred, if he gets the kill on Geo, that's going to be the go button. Problem is, he's a little bit late to the action, and Minnesota Rocker aggressive enough on the switch up. Round 1, Geo plays top art. This time he goes the whole way around, but Pred, he imagines this, as this is Al-Bagro Fortress. He just wants to get to your base and play for spawners.
Well, he's in it. He's got the position. Esriel's taking a wrap. Oh, my God. Esriel is behind nearly the entire lineup.
And now you're looking at your teammate.
Where are we going? What's going on?
Other zone, Minnesota. Other zone.
What's going on? What's happening? Pred is now chilling out in top art, still finding kills. That's right. Oh, wait, what's happening? The call-outs right now, frantic. And the response on the minimap, not so decisive from either team. Oh, RC's going to love the bullet more in that Jackal, brother. Onto the zone. Can we get the segment?
Well, no, first one's gone. And listen, if you do this in my rank play games, what Pred is doing, I hate you for it. He's a pro and one of the best slayers in the world, so it's only for him. And it also did not work, so.
Yeah. Slow is still on the approach now. Back to B we go. Another bite of this one. 28 seconds left in the round, and you've got to get something going because Rocker have suffocated you with these attacks, and it hasn't even been that costly a map. Kills department very low. Nero doing what he does best, flying forward and getting kills. Exnid gets his. With 27 to go, 27 seconds on this one. You just have to get them off of A. Easier said than done. Exnid throws a dead nade. Buying some time. Progress at A now.
Yeah, it's a great reposition. I mean, putting the pressure on B really does buy you some space and a quad stack rolling through. Minnesota fighting for it with the team kill. Not enough to get it. They do get all the kills on the map, but at the very least for Falcons, A zone secured. You're tied up on lives.
Good stuff. A minute 15. A long time on Vol. Question is though, can you guess right? Can you get some good time? You at least put yourself in a position to maximize your chances of keeping these players out of trouble, and the answer is maybe not.
Yeah, unlucky for the van explosion, but Esriel and Geo getting kills in the feed, bails you right out. Pred though, at least you're being able to sort of work your way through the middle of the map. Still tied on the life counts. Problem is, all the aggression towards B off the rip, it just takes a lot of time to make that happen. So 45 seconds is gonna be tough.
1 or 2 more good hits. 1 good one. And a gift from Pred. Taken, happily. Now we try to find the flank, but he's going to get picked up here. Ah, the win helps. But he's now going to reevaluate the angle he takes. He's going to find Geo in the corner. Can Pred keep this nearly perfect life going? Absolutely. 4 spree, we're on the zone.
He knows every credit corner. This man is going to read every last one.
Pred the cred, corner king. There's 2-man stack here on the zone. Nero on the flank. We'll get there in a moment. I hope he has an aims in his back pocket. Exnid might be an issue. Dealt with. Oh, but they get him off the zone as well.
In Minnesota, when they played against Boston earlier, had a round that was the setup exactly like that. A player going on the pinch towards ammo. They were a little bit too slow. This time, the coordination, perfect.
Oh, yeah. 10 seconds. Priester wins it, stays alive. The capture is still on. We're halfway through B. Very, very slow. And we are in single-digit lives. No more chances for the Falcons. And soon to be no chances left for Minnesota. But Kenny flies in. Gets you at least 1 off time.
They can do this. They can absolutely do this. 3v3, 2v3, Jill. Front line right now for the team. He is desperate for some help that he's not going to get quick enough. A 1v1 for the Pred. Pred versus Kenny. And Pred drops him. They won a world championship together, but now it is hatred on the main stage. Pred bested him.
What a brilliant moment. Gio buys you as long as he possibly could. And this is it. Oh, no, it's not. This is Pred's final kill. Actually, maybe it is. The whole team's getting smoked here. Slides on in. Oh, he gets the kill on the Gio. We don't see the Kenny kill, but wow. What a moment. Kenny had the nade as well from spawn. Thank you, production, on the replay. Pred making it happen. 54 HP as well. Kenny sends it from window. What a kill and the pop off. Map point, Vegas Falcons.
Whoa. See an X-Nid chirp like that. Yeah, we are wearing off on him. Or rubbing off on him, rather.
Falcons game of control, not been bad whatsoever. Heroic moments like that certainly help. A-zone cap on the slow progress now. With nearly finishing the first segment. Ezreal doing it alone.
Hey, you'll take a kill like that when you're stunned, but yeah, Pred wins the extra one, gets the one-on-one gunfight. Now Nero walking into a tough situation. Had the kill in his sights, and yeah, Pred bails himself out with the pistol. Nero just walks into a bad situation, doesn't walk away with the goods, and now Rocker in a painful spot. The swing mode that is control might just give Falcons the extra edge.
Clearing out the usual spots, Kenny with the nade. He has teammates above him, so Catwalk now trying to pick up those extra kills. That's not going to happen. It's a dangerous spot to be in. Yeah, perfectly worked. 3 dead. Last man up, Kenny. He's going to get some damage in, but this is a situation surely he should not get anything out of. Oh dear. Rocker have thrown caution to the wind. They are sending it in there and burning through lives.
I mean, listen, Falcons love to run it down B just because it buys you so much space on the map. It can be costly on the time front, but now we're seeing what it looks like to try to run it down A, and it looks even worse on a strategic front. Falcons might just have the edge on Rocker.
Get this done here. One sneaky play from Ezreal is going to get the B, so at the very least, it stops the clock. Draws the attention. Priest is going to get his 6th kill. Oh my, Pred. What a kill that was. Final few moments. This should be the Falcons taking the lead here in our series. Can we get one more play towards B? One more chance. Priester identifies the vulnerability, identifies the weakness. Whoa, but he's found himself a couple of kills. Another now. Gio, can he double back over the time? Can we get in there and stop the clock? No, we cannot. Vegas Falcons take the lead.
And a great map to do it in the fact that it was a 1v1 between Pred and Kenny that effectively decided the fate of that map, or at the very least, who's going to have the advantage. A masterclass there. And again, it's an interesting style that the Vegas Falcons run with. They will run it down towards B the entire time. It's the more difficult zone to capture, but a massive reason why it's more difficult to capture is because of the pressure. Well, typically you reposition to A and it's easier to get the stacks. Teams on defense love to just roam that site. Turns out it pays off. You get the segment early on, you need a little bit less later down the line. Vegas Falcons, well, that is the style and it pays off for them. Shout out to the stats as well. I mean, you had exited that first defensive round. He was an absolute monster. And by the tail end of things, everybody on the squad there to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, absolutely. Falcons, a mixy team that want the fight. They take the challenges. They make the challenges. Brilliant stuff from them. Highlights are going to be a lot of that. A lot of Jackal kills. Not so much of a spawn trap as it is keeping those players, you know, under your control. They can make their moves, they can make their way out of spawn, but them being damaged all that way. Gio, again, crazy moments. And that was early on. And after this, we really didn't see a whole lot out of Rocker. They really were stuffed in here on full. Control does not go their way. Falcons with a lead now. Anything is possible.
And maybe more highlights if you get the moments to potentially see it. But another thing Falcons do incredibly well on the attacking end is just picking up like the flank pressure. Love to have players go in towards ammo. We saw Nero do that early on, but it's moments like that. If you have an AR in that position, then capturing the B zone is a nightmare. They were winning those gunfights and responding to that time and time again, but it was this 1v1 that really gives Falcons the bump. Completely on point, and now Pred, yeah, he is in his flow state when he gets to rip and roar like that. Electric in the comps.
Falcons lead now. X-Nid, an electric explosion. We can even hear it across the stage there through Nero. They take the lead now. We go to Hacienda for the hard point. a sense of purpose now for the Falcons. Bring down Rocker. You won't go to champs, and nor will we. Bravo stream update as well, folks. Oh my good God, it was around 11. We won't tell you what happened.
2v2, 12 seconds left. Wait, bomb's down. Who has to defuse? Oh, and Insight gets it. Wow, you clutch when you need him to. Insight delivers. I can only imagine how chaotic that round was, but Toronto survived by the skin of their teeth. Could have been devastation with a top 12 placing. Roster decisions haunting different teams in this league, but their run continues. They get to play against Gorillas, mate. And whoever wins that plays the loser of LAT in Miami. And of course, for our current series, Minnesota and Falcons, they play the loser of Optic and FaZe.
Wow. We're still yet to get through this Falcons Rocket series. Lots more COD to be played tomorrow here at DreamHack. What a superb Saturday that will be.
And like, what kind of storyline do you want more? Do you want like the Falcons pulling off the upset? Do you want Minnesota to make the run to potentially make champs? Because you want them to have to play Optic, like have that head-to-head battle.
Yes.
If you want Optic to play Toronto and see who got the best of like the roster moves, any number of different things falling into place potentially at DreamHack. But right now, we just enjoy Xnid's smile.
Just so happy. I don't know what you just said, but he's loving life. He's having a great time. He's going to have an even better time now as we load in the Hacienda. Map number 4 in this series. The last of the day here on Friday at DreamHack. We're loading up for a good one. And if we have to go 5, woohoo, we're a dealership. First hard point 250 to 222. You at home can see that as well. This is anyone's game. Are we going to see another Nero masterclass?
I am not going to put it past them, but I will say structurally, I think this could be a really good map for the Vegas Falcons. Rotation heavy, you have to be very on point in the communication front about who's picking up and at what times. P2 is one of those hills that bad teams look horrific at it, good teams turn it into a money hill. And I know Vegas Falcons, when they're on point, very structurally sound. Minnesota Rocker occasionally can struggle.
Player I'm looking for those big route moments. It is going to be Xnid, but Nero has done exactly what we expected of Rip. Helped his teammates find those kills, and it was an early 3. Estro keeping the top side of the map safe now for his boys. And a gentle and calming soak in that P1.
Can't believe Gio lost that fight. He had the right gun for it, but yeah, Kenny gets to be the cleanup crew, and he is full HP. And RC's, he wanted nothing to do with that. He knew what his fate was going to be. Kenny maybe has already accrued the best play on the map that we get to see later on. A 4 spree, a 5, and a little bit of time.
Yeah, he's shooting like Gio out there up close and personal. Slicing the Falcons now into pieces.
Well, Pred able to pick up a big 2, though. He's able to cut through lobby, and that's going to force Estriel to spawn all the way out, and number 4. So Pred, high-impact kills. And Kenny might be here for the trades, and Kenny has the good reads, but Pred gives you 3, and again, you can turn this into a money hill. Pred gives his team the opportunity.
Yeah, Pred was absolutely the kill you wanted. Oh, whoa. Gio just got a little extra. We've seen how that goes in this kind of tournament. Xnid now flies out the front door, and it's going to leave Priest now alone to try to defend this hard point for a second longer. Can he find any more out this life? 1 on the man on the hopper. Now through the front door. Kenny, he's looking for a foot. He finds at least a body. The trades are done, and Falcons are on top.
And Gio only got 1 on that engagement, too. Of course, Falcons with the closer spawns. Rocker fighting uphill. But Pred, quite literally, again, the setup man goes on a spree to get his team here, and now you got to run into him. You know he's going to deliver.
He's absolutely cooking so far. 7-3, 2 points in. Trying to get the shots in there, and we've got a decent lead now developing for the Falcons. Over towards fences we go.
And now if you're Minnesota Rocker, already issues on the mini-map. Gio spawning out, number 2, Estriel spawning out. This is the type of thing for Rocker. They do not always time their deaths appropriately, and that makes things mixy. Kenny, though, keeping the coverage. Good nades as well. You're not going to have the back spawns, but for the moment, Minnesota have the time.
Oh, Nero, my Nero. 3 from inside time. Kenny now keeping that member of, Pred actually, keeping the member of Falcons at bay, not letting them get towards the back spawns. Pred playing this one very slowly and carefully, and Kenny, good work. That could have been ugly.
I saw him smile just a little bit. He thought he might have had to play the most patient game in the world, but while Pred is distracting, his teammates have managed to take the time.
Yeah, they're getting there at least. Oh, nice work there from Rusty. The nade gets dropped. There's still a trophy on play as well, so this is going to be a very difficult hard point to get in. Yeah, you're going to have to dive on it, Nero. Exactly what you want. Good kills. Gio still applying the pressure and the damage from upstairs. It's Overwatch from above, but now he's down and out. Kenny can't get any more. At 12 and 6, though, he's cooking.
And look, man, the hill that Vegas Falcons rotated to first, they get a near perfect full 60. Minnesota Rocker rotate to this hill first, and they end up getting outscored. So if not for the P1, Rocker would be having problems. Now they do win the rotation again, and Gio and Nero are going to give you the initial kills. So Minnesota Rocker on P4, looking for their bounce back.
Yes, the Optic alumni right now finding the big KDs. Not a whole lot of hardpoint time between them either, though. Rocker by Rock finding some success. Kenny on the backline, bust down by Priest. That is unbelievable. Stun connects perfectly. Buys some time for his boys on the pinch. This could be an unbelievable break attempt, and we're in. Last man gone. Rocker down and out.
Unbelievable gunfight from Priest. 6 and 8, but that's the key one. You need to break down the hill. Kenny playing a decent spot, and Priest seemingly has his number.
Oh, right back at it. Eggle. Wow, Nero breaks the hard point alone. Estrel throwing everything he's possibly got into this fight. Exnid down, and it's going to be another quick attack here from the Falcons. The QRF arrives. Priest down from Kenny in the threshold. Can't get his 15th. And my goodness, what a rock hard point that was. Incredibly costly for both teams.
Yeah, and the only reason this game is truly close is because Minnesota had such a good P1, so maybe they're going to be back towards their home, but Exnid roots that guy out of time, and already on the minimap, you see guys like Pred. He's just taking the long routes. He's looking to flip these spawns, and his teammates are in time. He makes his presence on the flank. Last man standing is Gio, and just like that, Minnesota Rocker lose the spawns, and they don't have the hill time.
They've got nothing going right now. We need to get some wind in the sails, boys. It's time to light a fire because the Falcons here at P1 are finding some sweet time. Nero with a ridiculous kill. Not enough in the second there, but his teammates are there for it. Estrel down, out. Kenny on the trade, back at a time.
And that's a huge moment, too. Making sure Rocker grouped up together, 3 players on that hit. It could have been a dire moment if Falcons win that rotation. Rocker now an opportunity to stabilize, and, well, Estrel wins the first one over towards Well. Good little hop and a jump to take down Exnid. Devils in the details. Estrel had the drop.
That's some sweet centering as well. Beautiful stuff. At P2 now. Can we get a solid hold out of Rocker? Get yourselves right back into this hard point. A full frontal assault right now from the Vegas Falcons. No one's taken the water out just yet. All through the front door. Here they come. Great damage from Nero. Gets himself 2. Last man exited. Cleaned up. And that's going to be your hard point.
Yeah, now Priest, trying to cut through the middle of the map. That is not coordinated with the team. The hit not quite timed as much as Vegas Falcons would want it. And now it is opportunities for the SMGs to roam, except they leave open the back spawns. So Pred's going to spawn in the back, and Gio, well, he had coverage from Kenny. How about that awareness from the veteran?
And they coverage there from the team nades. The trophy won't save you from those. 20 seconds to go. That will put Rocker in the lead. On the way to Falcons fences right now. As they've made home over there, Pred finding a ridiculous 2-piece. Good old Nero trades him out on the approach towards Nuke.
Unfortunate God timing. Didn't know when to hit the go button, and Priesta ends up getting the kill to fall in his lap. But that is an insane spawn. Yeah, so number 7 spawns out. That's actually going to force Nero to spawn in the back behind Priesta, and that is unreadable, and he gets the kill.
Yeah, unreadable is one thing. Oh, the kill is unbelievable, man. 50 seconds here on fences to fight for. Nero first man in. He's going to back up, allow the contestant go without a problem for now. As his teammates are finding kills all over the place. Gio again with another close range aims kill. Estrel by Plat. Beautiful stuff. 2 dead in the feed there for the Falcons. As Austin by the outside finds a nice 2.
That's a huge 2 as well. Nero trying to do his job, but now it's going to get just a little bit mixy. Trades getting exchanged all over the place, but Nero, the extra edge. He has been built different on the day, in Minnesota Rocker, and have a decent little lead going into New. Should be able to collect those final 12 seconds, and on the foot race, while Priesta once again, the flanks on Rock on point.
Hey, it's a sneaky Priesta. Shooting people in the back is absolutely what we want to do. Pred, though, tries to shoot in the front. It's going to be Nero on the trades. Rock hard point, last go around, unbelievable. Minnesota managed to walk away with most of it, but not without a pound of flesh. Here we go again.
Minnesota just want to coordinate their hit. Number 4 is going to be working the pinch. He does not check the deep corner. Pred able to get the freebie on Gio, but Pred actually let one of his teammates die. Pred gets the kill a little bit late, and that is going to be costly. He lets him through too quickly, and now Minnesota are in.
Oh, Arcee's bringing the jacket with the right time. 35 seconds to go. Once again, Rocker have managed to stabilize what is otherwise a crazy situation. Oh, it's all purple. Kenny on a 5 spree from inside time. It's come to a close, but it might be the death knell already.
Unbelievable that, like, again, the smallest things going wrong. If Freddy's a bit more aggressive on the kill, what could have been. Now you're trying to flood through the front, and you are unsuccessful. Geo, L Trigger lines them up, guns them down, and Minnesota Rocker, they're going to build themselves a 45-point lead.
That's a perfect end to the second set of hard points right now for Rocker. Game 5 looming over us. It's in the stars. As Geo finds his 5th kill in a row. 6th round the corner. Priester holds his nerve and holds his iron. Gets the kill. As back to P1 we go. Both teams have been perfectly adept at getting time here.
And how about the main slayers in this lobby? It's Kenny with 27 and it's Pred with 26. So former Hockey members getting after it now. More trades being exchanged in the kill feed. Estriel, unfortunate caught. Too many windows to check. The Vegas Falcons, full hallway control, and they'll be in time.
Unfortunate stun. I mean, that's just going to give a little bit of opening now for the Falcons players to get some top control, but it doesn't really matter too much for them. Kenny there, roaming the halls the jolliest way he possibly can, finding kills all over the place. Last 20 seconds, we go to new, and there's only a single member really in position to get this. Kenny could go big here on the inside of P2, gets the kill, they clean up lobby. Rocker in an opportunity now.
And what you actually had on time, getting soaked up pretty well on that P1. So yeah, a 50-point game in their setup. They could win it here, but as long as they get 20 or 30, Rocker will be extremely happy.
Yeah, Kenny got down. On forward Pred now trying to make the attempt through front. Exit on his left flank. Can he get the trade? No one there through Zig just yet. So again, not a lot of Falcons members here, and they know that throwing individual kills is not going to work out. They need the reinforcements.
Yeah, exited well. He's got Pred to watch over him. He's going to be making his move, slide in. He's pierced it, but just gone down. Too many corners to check, and Rocker looking clean here on P2.
Rocker looking good. Rocker looking towards the game 5. Priester trying to contest. It's Kenny with 2. Over to Estriel now. Exited through the front is going to be an attempt on the pinch, but it has to get hit sooner rather than later. 10 to go.
Listen, man, we know what it's going to be. Death taxes in a Minnesota Rocker game 5. We would not have it any other way. Dominance on Hacienda. The setup is in.
The dream continues, or is it a nightmare that they are living through, having a battle through so many maps to keep the dream alive? I mean, at the very least, their map count percentages will start to change because they simply have played so many. But Rocker, you buy yourself another lifeline. How many lives do these cats have here at the major? Falcons, it's starting to get a little dire. Another search and destroy. They're so good at it, but it's a dealership. It's just enough pandemonium. Early days, again, for a map still in its infancy here in the COD League. This could be the difference maker.
And how about that beauty of the map from Kenny? Perfect 4,000 damage. Oh, it just looks so clean.
That's impossible to do. You couldn't recreate that if you tried. Hacienda, though, that scrappy hardpoint experience that you get from the Falcons, not necessarily there. Good, clean game out of both teams, to be honest. A wonderful comeback there in our second set for Rocker.
And in my mind, it's that second P3 to P4 where Rocker end up going away with a 40-point lead. Vegas Falcons won the rotation. They had to set up in reads on the mini-map. Pred is playing a back corner by Lambo. He lets Geo through, and Geo manages to get a kill on a guy on time before Pred cleans him up. And then Pred is too far away from the action, and that's the hill where Kenny ends up going on a 5 spree. And Kenny, obviously, dominant in the lobby, got 33 kills. What could have been if we were a bit more aggressive.
Aggression might be the name of the game when it comes to this dealership, folks. This is it, our final map of the day, our final match of the day, and our final match for one of these two teams here on Hardpoint. We come back after this one, game 5 here, as we close out Major 4 here at DreamHack this Freaky Friday. Someone is walking away with a historic dub. Will it be the champs continuation for Rocker? Or will Vegas Falcons continue to poop the parties? Some say it's good luck. I say it's going to be a great matchup. On the other side of this break, we'll be right back.
The Scuff Call of Duty collection is $30 off this weekend only. Visit scuff.co/CDL to upgrade your game with a Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League. It's more than a game. It's for all who dare to compete. It's more than a team. It's our team. It's more than a feeling. It's unwavering passion. It's more than just talent. It's the grind that got me here. It's more than a moment. It's our legacy. One city, one stage, one champion. The battle starts now. The 2025 Minnesota Rocker Team Pack is available now. Each pack includes home and away operators as well as a weapon charm to keep the competition on ice. Next time you boot up, suit up at the in-game shop.
Game 5. You wouldn't have it any other way, and whether Minnesota Rocker wanted it or not, it seems to be all they get. Vegas Falcons continue to be one of the most prickly thorns in the side of all of our teams who are trying to make it to champs. One last opportunity for Rocker to keep the dream alive now, tonight. Will they live to see tomorrow? We'll find out. To dealership, we go.
And wise words, every rose has its thorn. You don't want the poison in this series. You gotta get past it. And we always knew it was going to come to this between these two squads. We always knew it will again be a Kenny versus Pred 1v1 in the round 11. I read the script. I'm not going to tell you who wins it, but oh, baby, buckle up. S&D. It's going to be interesting. Minnesota Rocker, it is the pain point on their year. They looked clean in the first game 5 they had earlier today. Of course, though, for the Vegas Falcons, this is their game mode in my mind. They always have a strong game plan.
Very loud, very tall Exnid fan at the venue.
A wired Exnid fan.
A hell of wired. What a moment this will be for both of our teams. Again, for the Falcons, you can hold your heads high coming out of this tournament. You brought down a second-place team. For Rocker, it's not about...
Look at this. We're just an instant hit. Exnid and Pred are flying right into death. Look at that for Nero, starting off with 2.
Boys, I'm trying to hit some waxy, exposition. You're sending it like that. Kenny might be able to find a couple of kills here as well. Oh, to the top we go. And Priester, last man. They're going to smother him in round 1. what I was saying.
Oh, we're sprinting through. I love that kind of energy. Hey, listen, it didn't pan off at all. Minnesota Rockets had the perfect read, but I love the attempts. We'll get after it. We talk about the Game 5s, Minnesota Rocker. This is the same map they played Game 5 earlier, and they looked good.
Yeah, really, really solid. This is how it all went down. And Nero, they basically lined up for him at that range.
Twins.
Jackal slammed Exton and Pred.
The exact same player, no difference.
Spacing is a really important thing in most shooters.
Nero can only see one of them going by, so you're trying to hide the guy in the background.
Oh, cool, I got two. Sweet, right. Round two, the opening nade, salvo. It's not going to yield any results, but that's still enough to keep those players out of the kitchen area. So for now, out of the kitchen, over to the A-bomb.
Kenny will be first point of contact. Nero, opportunity to either flank or go through the vent. And I think they're going to have to know that's a lot of noise made. The A hit, obvious.
Kenny dancing, Exton dancing. No snakes, just a pair of legends going at it.
And Kenny disappears as well. that timing is incredible.
Yeah, you couldn't even see that. No RCs though in this round, so it's going to slow things up down very much for the Falcons. And Rocker have given up, the pressure on the A-bomb site. They're worrying more about flanks, worrying more about the middle of the map. Pred not going to be involved for quite some time. Maybe waiting for a few more gunshots, a few more audio cues, but he's holding that pinch.
Square up battle.
Here we go. Rocker are in. Trades complete. Pred now joins the fight. 30 seconds to go, and Rocker still have the man advantage. All down to Pred. Kenny! Unbelievable work from Kenny. 5-0. Second ace of the day.
Yeah, and listen, I think the total aces of the year, the best player in the game in that category, I think is Kremp, and he has 6, maybe 7. To get 2 in a day is pretty nuts. And Minnesota Rocker have 3 as a team on the day. Extraordinary work. Kenny kicking up an S&D in another super solid round on the defensive end on Dealership. And just no mistakes being made. They were so happy to play for the retake because you are, as you expect, waiting for Pred to flank. Is it going to be through B, the middle of the map? Rocker are making sure they have everything under control before they make anything happen. And the sound of death going through the B zone.
Not a whole lot going on over here by B. As Kenny now can maneuver this. I think it's a bit of splash damage. That's enough. No one's going to be able to pick up on that, but still. Clear out the entire site. Sending Estro with the bomb.
Well, trophy's the signal. That is your go button.
Yeah, this means it's happening. Exton, a pick and a trade. Kenny 6.
You'll take that. And now, well, I was going to say Falcons might have to worry, but they do know, in fact, that bomb is down, and no one's collected it just yet. So Rocker trying to play mind games. They're looking for a little bit of TDM.
Oh, the lineup! You may as well have given it to Kenny now. 7 in a row. The last man now for the Falcons, Priester. He'll take the long, scenic route, hoping to catch these players unaware.
Well, I love the play from Priester. He's at least cleared space. Except the double back might be tough. Either way, 30 seconds, an opportunity to maybe catch a player off bomb. Rocker yet to make the decision. Kenny collected, and they will plant on B. Call of Duty timing, not going to favor Priester.
This is going to get him a Hellstorm as well. So Kenny coming into this next round strapped. 2 rounds in. What a performance from the world champ.
Yeah, no jigs, but Kenny has had, again, incredible S&D performances recently.
Personnel. Do your very best to clear out all your usual spots. Kenny, the slinkiest shoulder, so much intel. Stays alive, trusts his teammate, Rocker, play their advantage magnificently. 3 in a row.
And Kenny just, I mean, he should get credit for the kill that RCD's had on his teammate. He's just challenged. They're trying to rat back through the middle of the map, and Kenny just there lying in wait. An S&D kid through and through. That's where Kenny made a name for himself back in Call of Duty Ghost. Here he is. 13 years later, still doing it.
And that's a perfect example of the facilitator. Now in search and destroy. Throwing shoulders, doesn't need to go for another kill in a row. He already has the coveted Hellstorm. There's not much more he can do except to keep his teammates going, feed them, look for their streaks now, and just play for the guarantees. Unbelievable stuff.
We'll leave the Hellstorm for the A sites. Yeah, the rest of his teammates, they just stack up B. They're here, Exton. Huge first blood, and they read the pressure. Estriel, everybody's one shot. There's the first kill, but traded out, and Kenny in a 1v3.
Oh, it's now a 1v2, and good work from the Falcons. Cut down that crazy play. You force them on the inside, and they seem a lot happier there. They play the trades very, very well.
And Exnid not feeling the pressure, right? I mean, you have nothing to lose in these moments. A huge win there just to get that first blood. Rocker, honest to God, had the perfect strat. Vegas, very quick read and reposition. They might have slowed down the momentum just a touch. Obviously, Kenny with a Hellstorm in the back pocket. A good use of it is a guaranteed round win.
We talk about how destructive an RC car is. I mean, the Hellstorm is destruction manifest on this map. A whole lot shown, tons of noise made. Nero, a gift there for the COD gods as Pred flies forward to death.
Yeah, Nero's got the whole team watching his back. But they got what they wanted. They got the first blood. They're out.
Straight out. B's gonna be the hit. Don't make too much noise. There's so many doors you have to cross to get here. And the play might be on, yet Falcons are maneuvering in a position to contest this.
And really favoring this B side as well. Surprised Falcons not going for any wall bangs. We've seen a couple teams use them, but they're not going for it here. They're trying to get the kills from up top. Same plant spot. Everybody on Rocker watching over, though. The bomb successfully planted here.
Just enough good cover there as well. Yeah, Exit has to be forced down. Great suppression. Priest enough from the same spot here by Kitchen. He's able to get kills, but it's still so hard.
And Gio's so patient, watching the pinch as well. His teammates know, just gotta look forward. There's an extra pick. Gio's getting active.
And Exit more active, flying forward. You've managed to clear out many members of the bomb site now. They've had to vacate. And this is it, Priester. Trying to make something happen, Gio. Better late than never. Perfect timing as these players on the hops are nowhere to get anything done. And Arcity's now alone. I love it when a plan comes together. Rocker 4-1.
Falcons might have made him work for it, but yes, the plan indeed was there. Gio so patient on the flank. There was a lot of noise being made. He does not hit the go button until one of his teammates falls. And a great job by Nero as well, just to stay alive and make sure it's his teammate that makes that next point of contact. 4-1 lead for Minnesota Rocker. They're still sitting pretty with the Hellstorm.
Absolutely. Well, you cannot spell I go without Gio. You cannot spell. I don't know. We'll figure that one out. Chat, we'll edit that one, right? There we go. I don't know what day or the month it is. I've got no idea, right? P-Dog's got a bomb, though, and he's going towards B. I mean, however you dress this one up, B bomb, A bomb, they're both wide open. That Hellstorm. Surely we save it for the final moment. Wow, I think that was a return volley for the frag. Gio, don't peek this. Hello.
I can't believe we're not going for wall bangs, to be honest.
Well, not yet.
I wonder if maybe we're not doing that anymore.
A silent GA, possibly 3v3. Nero's starting to work on streaks of his own. This is a serious back and forth. And back and forth no more. Now it is only forward. It is Pred, who has been absolutely ripped. Match point, Rocker.
And against two different teams, Minnesota Rocker are 11-2 in round count on this map. They have been damn near perfect. And Pred, he looks stunned. He's 1-4. RCD's 1-6. Struggling to offer anything. Exnid's doing what he can at 6-6, but Rocker on dealership are looking clean. Hellstorm, not needed.
Not needed yet. It might be a detriment, if anything, because right now, again, the way they're playing is so tight. The chem and the trades, the angles at which they cover each other, Rocker have got this figured out. It's not broke, boys. You don't have to fix it. Any kind of overcorrection to try to get that Hellstorm involved, man, if it hurts, and you start the Falcons comeback, I will laugh.
And Rocker seemingly loves the car through B. I believe Nero's driving in this moment on a 4-spree. So typically the car can be destructive. Well, hey, let's call everything in. Any player outside, you're gonna die. You're forced to go in towards garage.
Uh-oh.
Good for one.
One's more than enough. Enough to get the bomb plant under perfect coverage. Trophies now and a nice open middle section here of the car lot. It's gonna cause a lot of problems for those frags. Connection. Arcities with quite the angle to take care of Gio there, 3v3.
That's a great look. Still though, you are running out of time. Vegas Falcons, you gotta hit the go button. You're right out of pinch. You need to swarm this site.
These are the final moments of your season where Estro, oh, he takes a man with him, 2v2.
18 seconds, you still have to make the move. Kenny drops him in a 1v1. Nero, the bailout.
And it is done. A bang and a whimper. The end of the season for the Vegas Falcons, their exit from the tournament. The dream lives on for Minnesota Rocker. Save the dream, saving the rebellion against the rest of the league. They are fighting one match at a time. And they're going to keep smiling all throughout the night. They have made it to Saturday.
Yeah, and they're looking good as well. Nero seems like he's a guaranteed 40 bomb at any given moment during the series. And something we haven't been able to say at Minnesota or about Minnesota since stage 1. That is back-to-back Game 5 wins. Looking good on dealership, and they have been dominant dealership wins at that. League might need to take notice, pay a little bit more attention in the old pick and bans, but Minnesota Rocker continue their losers bracket run. They will play the loser of Optic in Atlanta. And of course, there is a lot of spicy stuff happening in the bracket, but ultimately Kenny, again, in S&D, he's been a monster. Rare to see Hellstorms earn. I know we've had maybe 5 or 6 in S&D this year where Kenny adds his name to the pile. 2 aces on the day, which again, aces are not an easy feat at this level. Impressive stuff there. And of course, we watched this man go, what, 13-0, 11-0, whatever it is, had a flawless S&D performance. He is kicking up at the end of the year.
Unbelievable. Well, another 6-1 there for Rocker. And I mean, the ace efforts, the damage, the kill record. I mean, we're going for all of it. Everyone here from Rocker. Whatever happens, how